Okay, we got our Titan 3M project here, and as mentioned on the last video, we went over how we can use different work offsets to basically do all the cam for both sides if we can use multiple vices, like what we have on our VF2, right? So we have two sides to our vise. I'm going to go ahead and take this one out, and I'm going to put it on the other side. So I've already ran this once, and that's why you see this one, op1, has already been machined. And this is the Titan 3M. I just didn't do all the holes and the little tiny groove there. I just did the main features. So I'm just going to slap it into our little soft jaw. And notice, you know, which way does it go? Which way does it go? I'm just going to, because it's a circle, we can use the probe to figure out where the center is. And I'll use the probe data to update the work offsets when we do the final chamfer. For the face milling, it really doesn't matter how well it's, you know, oriented, just to do a face mill, just to get rid of the top stock here. So here, I'll even purposely put it on an angle. And I'll get a fresh set of material here to set up. And I put a work stop here for the first stop. So I've already probed the corner with the work stop holding material on there. And so I have two things I'm kind of clamping here. I've got this one up against the work stop. I got this one in the soft jaw. And give it a good wrench. Making sure both of these are secure. And we're going to run one program that's going to do op1 on this, and then go right over to here and do op2 on this one, plus probe it and doing the final chamfer so it's perfectly centered. Okay, so with that, last little verification, I got that all in there correct. Now the cycle is just under 5 minutes, so let's bring that up. I've already proofed it, so I'm just going to hit run, and maybe I could clean the window up. So there's our face mill, or a good place is I can come in here. So that's op1. It's got to do its double change for the large face mill to put that away. Now we're going to do adaptive. While it's doing this adaptive, this takes a couple minutes just to clear out that op1 of the 3M. Let's look at our code. So one of the things towards the end is where I do the probing. And there's the routine for the probing, kind of what it looks like in G-code. And the things to note are these G65 calls. A G65 tells the machine to run a macro program. It's kind of like a sub program. And the first sub program is 9832, which is a probing routine that turns the probe on. Sub program 9810 is the protective move for the probe. So that's in case it encounters something while it's moving. It knows to send an alarm and to stop so it doesn't break the probe. Oh, looks like we're going to go to the next tool change. Oh, it's just going to do a little chamfer on op1. This just takes a second. And then it will start op 2 on the other vise. So as I was mentioning, the real meat of it happens right here. The sub-program 9814 is the find the center of a boss. The diameter you call out, how far deep to probe it, how far to look for the edge. And this is the key one right here, which offset to update. All right, so it's going on. It's doing the second one. This is second side. It's going to do 3 cuts. Because that back side of this is a little bit larger. It's like 230 thou thick. There, it faced it. So notice with the face mill, it doesn't really matter the orientation. As long as it's less than 3 inches across, which it's only a 2-inch part. It's putting the face mill away. It's going to go grab the probe. And now it's going to probe and find the center of that second side. Turns it on, goes into a protective move. For right now, it's moving kind of slow. If it sees something that's not supposed to be there, it'll stop itself. Now it's measuring the sides, figuring out where the center of that circular shape is. Now it knows where the center is. It updated the offsets. Right here, I had it updating G59. And so now the offsets have been updated. And so now it can come in with the chamfer and perfectly catch that edge and make a nice even chamfer. And just like that, we have op 1 and op 2 all done. Pop it out of the vise. So there's a finished piece. Op 1 was done earlier, and then it did the second side. And then here's the op 1 that we would then just go ahead and I'd flip it into there and I'd put a new stock in there and I'd run the program again. This would maximize our efficiency as much as possible, right? So with one G-code program doing all these things, op 1 under setup 1, then we come down here, this is the second side, it faces off, and then it does a probing routine where it finds the center, and then it does the final chamfer once it knows where that center is. Cool stuff. All right, see you guys in class.